So hello gamers, Phantom Forces finally got an update again. They added 3 new guns, and today I'm going to be using all 3 of them, seeing what they do, and I'm going to be using them without attachments and seeing them if they're actually useful. Also, if this video could get 1,000 likes, that would be really cool, and then maybe I'll use the conversions on some of these new guns, or maybe I'll review all the aim chokes that were just added to like the DT11 Pro and the shotguns. So yeah, let's get into it. Since the map that I got in was dunes, I think we'll start it off with the FT300. It has a default capacity of 1, but if you get the marksman kit attachment, it has 10, and that's basically a direct upgrade to the gun. It also has a ton of conversions, and I hope they rebalance them. Maybe I'll make another video on the conversions on this gun. The iron sights on this gun are kind of cool. They're a little bit obstructive, but they're kind of accurate, you know? It also comes with a scope, which I'll check out in just a second, but I kind of like these irons. They're definitely not the worst irons I've ever seen. I hate how it has a default capacity of 1, though. It could have just been like, okay, it comes with a 10-round mag, or maybe just make the marksman kit free, because it seems like just such a weird thing to add. Ooh, actually, okay. Yeah, so far the sniper could be worse. It could be better, but it really could be worse, especially considering it only has 1 bullet. The reload speed and the handling is pretty good. Oh my gosh, dude, I love this gun. It's so nice. I didn't know what to think about this at first. How did that guy just spawn? How did he spawn on it? It feels like a BFG, but actually has good handling. And I really like the one shot of the BFG. It sucks that this has the marksman kit and was balanced around that, because it's a little bit weak for having one shot, but it's not terrible. I actually really like it. I wonder what the torso kill range is. It better be pretty far. I would say like 120 studs. So farther than like the K14 and the Remington 700 and stuff. I would just not add the marksman kit. I would have made it like an op conversion where it like really lowers the damage. But I was using this in the test place, and I was using it with an ACOG scope and a remove stock and 1 bullet, and I was having so much fun because the handling with the remove stock is super good. The handling in general is just great. I think marksman kit makes it worse, and of course remove stock makes it better, but you can't have remove stock and marksman kit. But yeah, I think I should try out the scope. Oh, imagine if I hit that. Oh, dude. Okay, so the Olympian target sight. This is essentially a Malcolm, but it's free on this gun, which is nice. And it's pretty good. It's just a Malcolm, dude. The sight doesn't have a lot of differences to the Malcolm. I believe it's actually less zoomed than a Malcolm. But yeah, surprisingly, I think I like the irons more. It's not the worst scope in the game, but it's like, I really like the irons. I don't know. I'm about to hit this shot. You ready? These irons are better than I thought they would be. That's a pretty cool gun, but let's get on to the next one, which is of course the shotgun, the DT11 Pro. Now this is a pretty cool shotgun, but I don't like the reload. I talked about this. I wanted them to add the S686 reload, and it's a decent reload, but it's not the S686 from PUBG, which is what I wanted for a reload. But it definitely could be a worse reload, and the gun is actually pretty well balanced now. It has incredibly good range, and I like how the short barrel actually makes it reload faster. That is not something that I've ever seen in like basically any game, especially Phantom Forces, where the short barrel is basically terrible in every single shotgun. It's a nice change of pace, and this reload is kind of sluggish but not terrible, and I like how the short barrel is actually like, if you want terrible spread but you want a fast reload, that's the perfect one for you. But yeah, I'm actually, dude, I'm popping off with this. I'm a Stevens DB god, so of course I am. I'm the #1 Stevens user in the world, dude. Then of course you also got the GSP, which we'll use in just a second, but I really want to use the DT11 more. I don't know if this is going to replace the Stevens for me, because I use the Stevens on burst and this doesn't have a burst, but I think I kind of like the reload more, and I like over-under shotguns more than like sideways shotguns. I don't know. Oh, get out of here, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, I go crazy with every double barrel. That's why in the past I've made so many videos on the Stevens. I don't really consider myself to be a very good player, but when it comes to double barrels, I'm probably one of the best double barrel players I've seen, except like the actual pros. Oh wow, this actually has a reload. I forgot. Okay. I actually like this reload. That's like a G36 reload, but like a mini version. That's actually kind of cute. But yeah, I can already say I'm probably going to be making a video on this gun. I'm probably going to end up getting a lot of kills on it. Like the Stevens, I have like 1,600, and I barely use it, but I always get a ton of kills. And I forgot this has a default capacity of 5. It sucks. Oh, should I make this a ranking video? Maybe I should make it a ranking video, because I feel like my videos do better if I rank them. Let's just call it a ranking at the end of the video, because I don't know if I'm ready to rank them just yet, but I can already say I'm popping off with this gun. The DT11 is fire, dude. Something about double barrels just makes me a better player, I swear. It's something about like the 2 shots and then reload thing. I always hit shots with them, and I really like this thing with just alt aim. Very nice. And it still has like more default pellets, I believe. Okay, 38 times 9 to 17 times 9. Jeez. So birdshot isn't that good on this. Flechette isn't terrible, but it's not very good. Yeah, actually I wouldn't use flechette. And slugs is all right. It can one-shot limb pretty far, but it doesn't have a torso multi, but at least it has a ton of headshot multi. But what I'm very excited for is the amount of chokes that this has, and I think a lot of the other shotguns have a ton of chokes, but this one has like the most, I believe. You got improved choke, combat barrel, duckbill choke, modified choke, paradox choke, diverter, short barrel, and full choke. The reason I'm calling the short barrel a choke is because it actually changes the spread of your gun, and I feel like that basically counts as a choke, like basically a reverse choke. And I've heard the paradox choke is really good, but only on guns with slugs. If this is on the DBV12, that's gonna be insane. It's on the DBV12, and it probably works with 30-06. Okay, is that even fair? Dude, that's so overpowered. What? So basically, you can use this choke attachment. This will make your damage ranges better and your velocity better, and has no downside since the DBV 30-06 doesn't actually have choke. But I guess we'll talk about the GSP now. Now, the GSP is not going to be a gun that I'll use very much. It is a very high skill ceiling gun, and it works all right even if you hit the body, but you really got to hit the head for it to be super good. And when you hit the head, it is very, very good. Although I will admit it really falls off at range. It's probably like a 3 to a 4 hit even to the head at range. I'm not actually too sure about that. Okay, so they buffed the min damage, and it comes with this conversion. Okay, that's sick. Dude, they really changed this around a lot. They didn't nerf the RPM like I said they should, and the extended mag didn't really get nerfed either, but it's not like Stylus actually watches my videos or anything, or at least not enough of them to actually make a big deal. They're not going to take my feedback into account that much. But yeah, I probably would have removed the extended mag. It basically just buffs the gun, but that's just my opinion. And you could say, well, it needed it. Well, it's annoying that an attachment is just a direct buff to the gun, but that's fine. And the 32 Smith & Wesson can't really be good since it doesn't have an extended mag and you can't put it on. If extended mag was an other, then it would probably be okay, but it's not another attachment. It is just a ammo attachment, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, for good, I'd probably say the DT11 is pretty good. It's not going to be the best performing shotgun. It seems to kill very far though, so maybe it's actually viable, but you have to actually use it correctly. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10 for fun, the DT11 is obviously going to be a 10, because like it is a 10 out of 10. It is the most fun you can possibly have in this game. At least that's my opinion. I love double barrel shotguns. That's why this Stevens is my high skill shotgun and is one of my high skill guns overall, because you can never go wrong with a double barrel, dude. Even if it's not very good, it doesn't matter. It's still fun to use. As long as they make it like one shot a little bit more than a normal shotgun, then it's good. And I can tell this is one shotting a lot more. It also has more pen than normal shotguns, more damage, a little bit more pellets. 10 and 2, oh my gosh. But yeah, for a scale of 1 to 10 for actually like being a good gun, I'd say the GSP is probably overall like an 8 or 7. The FT300, probably like an 8 with a marksman kit and probably like a 6 without. So still in like the higher end. The GSP is definitely like an 8.5 with an extended mag, and if you hit headshots, but otherwise it's not going to be very good for most players. I like how they buffed the minimum damage. I feel like it didn't need 15 min. Now it actually has 20 min, which is not terrible. That's the same as most pistols, but the thing about that is that most pistols have a better capacity. I don't know what the velocity is, but I'm assuming it's pretty bad. Oh, get out. Very good update. I really like what they did. Oh yeah, and the DT11, I'll probably have to give this a 7 out of 10. The other shotguns obviously just work better. They can still one shot, but they just have more bullets. But I'd say because of how effective this is at one tapping or two tapping, it feels like it might be better than the Stevens. But yeah, I'd say the worst of the three for me is probably the GSP. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not good for me. I'm not actually like a good player. If I was that guy who could hit consistent headshots, then it would definitely be really good. But yeah, 100% my favorite gun of the update is this. I mean, it's gotta be, dude. The double barrel. I love double barrels. Even if some people say, oh, it's not like a super original gun, there's already a double barrel in the game, why did they add another one? But think about it, like the CAC and the Jury, the AKU-12 and the AK-12C and the AK-12 and the RPK-12, like those are really similar guns. Sometimes you gotta add like something that's slightly the same and slightly different, but it can't be an ammo conversion. Some of them could be, but not the DT11 and the Stevens. Those are two different guns. No. But yeah, I definitely plan on using the DT11 and the FT300 and maybe the GSP a little bit. But like I said in my video on it, it's not really for me. Like the GB22 or the Steyr Scout, it's really for specific players. But yeah, gamers, that's going to do it for the video. You can get the aiming speed up on this thing to 21. That's kind of ridiculous. And 15 even with a long barrel. I will be using this gun in the future, maybe for a video, and definitely the DT11 for a video to review the chokes and also because I really like the gun. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video, gamers. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.